Hey, what's up, you guys? This is AJ coming to you once again from the Thwip side. And it's been a while since I've done a haul video, and I've got quite a bit here to go through. As you can see, spoiler alerts all around. Some figures, some comics, and even a game. So, very excited to share this stuff with you. So, I'm just going to jump right in. On the gaming side of things, recently I picked up Fantastic Four for the PlayStation 2 based off of the first movie. I forget what year it came out, but people bag on this movie. I actually think it's an okay movie. I'm very lenient with movies. I know it's not fantastic or the greatest movie ever, but I had a good time with it. And I checked out some gameplay on YouTube, and I thought it'd be cool to play it. It looked well enough. Of course, the graphics are outdated, but I've been thinking about getting some streaming up, as you guys know, and then I had COVID. But one of the things for when I do start to stream for games was to go back and play some older games. So this is definitely one that I'm going to take a look at for streaming and on the channel. But yeah, besides the outdated graphics, from what I saw, it's pretty fun. Especially, it looks pretty fun. I can't say, but especially for its time. So yeah, pretty excited to check that out. Moving on to the action figure side of things, while I was on the hunt at my local Target for the Masters of the Universe Revelation Beastman figure, I stumbled upon this guy. And as you know from my Tila video, struck out on getting the Beastman, but I was able to get Tila and review her. So if you're interested in any of those figures, check out the Tila review. But of course, this is the Marvel Legends Sleepwalker, part of the Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness wave. And they had him and I think Mordo. Was it Mordo? Yeah, they had him and Mordo. I chose him. The box was already pretty beat. I checked to make sure none of the accessories were taken out of the package. And I know he was a highly anticipated figure. He looks cool, and I will be reviewing him. Okay, so moving on to some comics. I was at my mother-in-law's house yesterday, which was Saturday, and I stumbled upon a little comic book store not too far from her house, less than a quarter of a mile. I cannot believe I didn't notice it before, but in my defense, it is tucked away in a corner of a shopping center. And the reason I found it was because my wife and I had to run to the grocery store real quick for my mother-in-law as she was making dinner. We were having a family dinner, and it was tucked in the corner right there in that shopping plaza. And I saw the sign that said comics, and I said comics and pointed like a little kid, and my wife said go. So before dinner, I spent like 2 hours in it. They had tons of $1.50 bins, and I had a blast because if you follow the channel, I don't have a lot of shops in my area. In the long story, my mother-in-law has talked about this for a while now, like over a year, because she said, you know, there's a comic store just opened. I always thought she was talking about the gaming store that's like 2 miles away from her house, because that's a new store and that has comics. That gaming shop has comics. So I always thought it was that shop she was talking about, but she was talking about this shop. But needless to say, I will be going back plenty of times. There's a lot of good books there for $1.50 and still cheaper prices on some higher tier books as well. But getting on to what I did pick up, this is Ant-Man issue 4 and 5. This was originally an online comic, and then they started releasing them physically, and then it slowed up and they were delayed because of the pandemic. They had issues 1 through 3 out, and then 4 and 5 took a while to come out. Didn't end up completing the set. I have issues 1 to 3, and then they were in this shop, so I said, there we go. And as far as this little mini series goes for Ant-Man, I absolutely love it. I think it's hilarious, and it's kind of a bummer this wasn't an ongoing, because I would like to see an ongoing of Ant-Man with this sense of humor. It's just a real fun book for me, and I've got to complete the run issue 4 and issue 5. So yeah, really excited to get those. Also at the shop for, as you can see, maybe see down here, for $3, I was able to pick up the original series, volume 1 of the Inhumans, number 10. And I was actually looking to get into this series, this run, and I was really shocked when I was looking up prices how cheap you could pick them up. I mean, it's from the mid to late 70s, and there's only 12 issues, but besides issue number 1, I saw them for like $3. And I know Inhumans have a bad rap lately because of the show and because of how Marvel was trying to shove them in your face, shove them in everybody's face as a replacement for the X-Men. But I like the Inhumans. Who was it? Percy Jenkins, maybe? I can't remember his first name. Had an excellent run. I do have the graphic novel of that. And that was just a fantastic story. But I like the Inhumans. I just think they're cool. So here's the start of that run for me. Really excited to pick it up. It's in pretty decent shape. There's a little issue here. The most of the issue is right here in the corner, but still happy to get it for $3. Okay, moving on to some Spider-Man action. First off, I have Amazing Spider-Man number 800, the Humberto Ramos cover. First appearance of Normie Osborn as the Goblin Child. Just a really cool cover. Picked that up from Midtown Comics, where I get my pull list from. I always tack on comics here and there. Yeah, just a really cool cover. Excited to get that. And then I got Amazing Spider-Man 546. The first full appearance of Mr. Negative, Martin Lee. Really happy to be able to pick this up. I got a deal on this one. Didn't pay too much for it. Not from Midtown. From another online retailer. But yeah, really excited to get this. I love Mr. Negative in the Spider-Man game. So super happy. I've got a feeling we'll see some Mr. Negative in the MCU. And then you can't have Mr. Negative without his inner demon gang. And so I picked up Amazing Spider-Man 547. Of course, the first appearance of the inner demon gang. And again, because of the video game, that's what got me really into Mr. Negative and the demons. I just thought they were awesome foes in the game. So happy to get these first appearances. Now, for anyone who watched the video of my review of this guy, knows how much I love this figure. I think he's awesome. And of course, he's the Armadillo Build-A-Figure from the Spider-Man No Way Home wave. And yeah, like I said in the review, I love this figure. But he's here for a different reason. He's here because I love the figure so much. I said to myself, I wonder what the first appearance of Armadillo was. So I looked it up. And it wasn't that much money. Of course, he's not a high-tier A-list villain. So that was in my favor. But the price was right. So I picked that up online. And that is Captain America number 308. The first appearance of Armadillo. Definitely got to say I like the face on the figure. Get him in a view. Much more than that face. But yeah, just something cool. I love the figure so much that I looked into getting his first appearance. And I think I got this online from an online retailer for like $2. I seriously paid more for shipping than for the book. But yeah, just I like the figure so much I wanted to have the first appearance. Now, the only place in my immediate area that has comics is a gift shop, and they have bins of comics. Most of them are listed for $3 each. So I went digging today, and I found New Warriors number 1, a comic I did have. If you watch the channel without rambling too much, I lost a lot of my comics from back in the day, as well as some of my figures. But moving on, not getting into that. I was able to pick this up. Really happy to have it back in my collection. It was $3. Not a bad copy. A little roundness on some of the corners, but nice enough for me. And I have a feeling that these guys will be in the MCU sooner than later as well. And I know by the sound of the upcoming in the Fantastic Four, current comics, the Reckoning War, they're hinted at making a return. So wanted to pick this one up because I like when the comics I've collected have that, go up in value, but I don't collect for the value. So I often find myself, now that I'm hardcore backing the collecting, to try to get these issues that are cheaper before there's MCU talk and they skyrocket. So I'm happy to get this one. Also on the hunt for, I think it's Thor 412, their first appearance. Now, for those that watch the channel, pretty much know by now that when it comes to superheroes, my main superhero interests are SpiderMan, Spawn, and the Fantastic Four. Those are like my 3 top tier favorites. So I'm going to finish it off because I've got quite a bit of Fantastic Four love in this haul video. First, we'll start off with the Walgreens Thing. I finally got him, and I decided this was the year I was going to track down and get all the Walgreens exclusive Marvel Legends. And just like I thought, he wouldn't disappoint. I've always thought he was a must in my collection. Just how the paint apps and the rocks are all shaded inside. It really brings out the sculpt. And I needed this thing from the first time I saw it online on a video. So now I have all 3 with this body mold, and I want more. I want one with a tank top, different style outfits, maybe the Future Foundation. He came out really well. I was able to pick him up for a decent price because the Walgreens exclusives are pricey. I did get him brand new and unopened, so I have everything. The only thing I think kind of stinks is I got a little smudge there. Looks like paint spilled down from his shorts. But yeah, really happy to have him. And then I was able to pick up from the Marvel Legends Villains Wave, God Doom, another variant of the Doctor Doom body that we got with the Fantastic Four wave a while back, the Super Skrull Build-A-Figure wave. And of course, then we got the retro version Doom. Here he is. He doesn't have his tunic, so you see more of his armor. And he came with like Thanos' skull and spine, which is awesome. So I love my Doctor Doom. Really happy to have picked him up. And here we go with this. Love this figure as well. This was an early birthday present from my family. This is infamous Iron Man, which of course is Victor Von Doom. And I think this thing is awesome. And I have not had the chance to read Infamous Iron Man, but getting this figure has put it up on my list to track down those issues and read them. But yeah, I just think he looks really cool. He's got blast effects. He's got magic effects. Just a really awesome figure. And I want to read about Doom as Iron Man more than ever now. So to finish off the haul video, let's take a look at some Fantastic Four comics I've just picked up recently. The first one is a miss, kind of. This is Marvel's, Marvel's Greatest Comics, starring the Fantastic Four, issue 87, which is a reprint of Fantastic Four 107. I was actually looking to get 107. I was bidding for it on a website, not eBay, Hip Comic, I think. And when I looked up 107, this was bunched in with a few listings for auctions. And I bid on this one. And I won it for like, I think, $2.50 was a static. Maybe $3. I forget, but it was really low. It was really ecstatic because I know issue 107 can be a little pricey. Ecstatic to get it. Came home, got it. Something didn't look right. And I realized this was the Marvel's Greatest Comics, which is a reprint of 107, which is still a cool issue. And of course, issue 107 is the second appearance of Annihilus. And I wanted to pick that up. Still on the hunt to get it, to pick it up. I do want it. I have a feeling as well that Annihilus is going to be a big deal in the MCU. That's what the rumors say. So you can still get it for a decent price. It's too good to be true. I got it for like $2 to $3, but still not mad about it. My mistake. And it's still a nice looking book. And then also online, I was able to pick up Fantastic Four. Doom, get out of the way. Issue 272, which is first appearance of Nathaniel Richards, or a cameo appearance, I believe. So that's cool. Who becomes Kang, as everybody knows. Then I had, back to the comic book store I found with the dollar bin. Found Fantastic Four issue 238. And this is the first appearance of the Thing's Aunt Petunia he's always talking about. It's not in the greatest shape, but I still wanted to get it. It's got a crease here and a crease here. Some problems here. Like I said, but I paid $1 for it, so that's pretty cool. And actually, I didn't know it was the first appearance of Aunt Petunia when I picked it up. I just thought, I was just looking through. I did get other stuff too, and it was just I was just looking for issues to start making more runs and going at. And this was an earlier issue, so I picked it up. But when I was going through the books and looking to see if any of them had any like key elements to them, that was one of them. So beat up, but still happy to have it. And then issue 254, which now that I got here, it's like more like a dent, but it looks like a crease. But this is the first appearance of Mantracora. Again, just pulled it from the dollar bin, an earlier kind of issue. And once again, went through the issues, found out had a key element. So not bad. Like I said, a little beat up, a little just indented more than creased. But still, I'm happy with it. Then we have, final book from the third series, issue 27. And I love the cover. And this is where Sue Storm marries Dr. Doom. But he is actually Reed Richards posing as a Dr. Doom. So yeah, cool issue. Can't wait to read it. So that'll do it for this latest haul video. I'll try to do them more often. My problem is I'm like a little kid, and when I get something, especially a figure, I have to open it up and I gotta take it out now and play with it, review it, whatever. So things like Sleepwalker are hard to get into a haul video. But it just so happened I wanted to show some of these older figures that don't necessarily need a review, but I wanted to share with you. It just so happened I had picked up Sleepwalker before I reviewed him. But yeah, it was a lot of fun finding a shop where I could actually dig through some bins, a lot of bins, and I can't wait to go back. With that being said, drop me a comment. Tell me what you've picked up recently, or what do you think about this little haul video? I know for the comics, to me, I really love them. I know they're nothing earth-shattering, like, I pulled this $1,000 book from a dollar bin, but still, I think it's fun to share with you guys. It maybe gets a discussion going. With that being said, thanks for watching. Please consider subscribing, and I'll catch you guys soon right back here on the Thwip side. Later.